Good evening, ladies, gents, and others. Welcome back to another Tea Time. It has been a really long time since we've gotten together to sit and talk about what's been going on. I think honestly it's been since either late August or early September, and I truly am sorry for that. I'm going to breeze over everything that happened for the most part at the end of 2020, early 2021, and you will see why. I haven't checked in with you guys, and like I said, I truly am sorry. There were a lot of things that I promised at the end of the year that I really wanted to do, and it just didn't end up happening. And hopefully you guys will see and understand why. And I'm hoping that this year, now that we are into a nice fresh new year, even though it's almost April, and again, this year has just flown by, and I can't believe it's already going to be the end of March. But I'm hoping that I can get back on schedule and keep up with the things that I want to do and that I've promised to do. So starting off, the one big thing that I know I said I was going to keep up with last year and I was going to actually do was my 31 days of Halloween. For those of you who follow my channel, you've probably noticed that I did post one video, just one. I was supposed to do 31 of them. I actually did record many, and they are all edited, they are ready to go, but I never got around to posting them because of how busy my schedule got really in the month of October. So I was going to post them here or there sporadically throughout the year, but I decided that instead, because this year I really want to stay on top of my schedule that I've been promising you guys, I'm going to post them for this year's 31 Days of Halloween. Again, they're already recorded, they're already edited, they are ready to go. So come October, I'm going to be able to be on top of that and actually give you guys my 31 Days of Halloween that I had promised last year. Now, the big thing that really kept me from being on top of my 31 Days of Halloween last year was in the beginning of the month, I ended up taking a brief vacation to Salem, Massachusetts. Since I've lived in Boston, I kind of made it my traditional yearly trip. I used to go there every year while I lived in Boston, and since then I try and get there when I can. And there was a week when the numbers were actually decent that I was able to go, and I met up with my girlfriend there, and we had a really nice and much needed vacation in Salem. After that, when I came back to New York, things were just crazy. And I wanted to be on top of it. I wanted to post my stories, and it didn't happen. Those of you who have watched my videos in the past, you probably, hopefully, remember me talking about this, and you'll understand why I didn't get around to posting every day during the month of October. I had a novel come out in December last year. My novel was my holiday horror novel, It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, also known as Up on the Housetop. For anybody who watched my videos like really early 2020, before all the craziness hit, that's what I was calling it back then. But publication name, when it came out, hit the press, it is now It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. That was the finalized name that we ended up going with. That was a lot of work, and that pretty much started in October. I had to go through a lot of editing, a lot of proofreading, proof copy, verification, and signing off on that. I had to work on marketing, distribution, finding different markets to actually distribute through. It's a lot of work. On top of that, I had a lot I had to do with art and getting the art ready, the design ready, basically getting everything just formatted correctly. It's a lot of work. And from October through pretty much the end of November, that is what I did. That is 100% what I was working on, and it really did sap up most of my free time and what I wanted to do. So that's why I haven't been active over here, because I was so busy getting my novel ready to go to hit the shelves. And in that time, I completely forgot about 31 Days of Halloween because I just didn't have time to commit to it like I thought I was going to. And on top of that, I'm just going to gloss over this. I will have a whole separate video talking about this when I do a Precious publication actually on my novel. But I went through a lot of trouble with the artist that was supposed to be doing the artwork for the book. I had contracted out an artist way early on to do the artwork, and we had agreed on terms, we had agreed on price, we had agreed on on what the art actually was. We agreed on a deadline, everything. Everything was all set in stone, ready to go. And I had the worst time of correspondence with this person. To me, it was one of the most unprofessional experiences I've ever had. It still grates on me, and I will tell you why very briefly. But for the most part, the only way I could ever get communication with this person was through another person. They never got back to my emails. They never followed up with anything. They would give me a time frame that they were going to send sketches or send things for approval, and those things just never came. And every time I messaged them, again through another person, it was always an excuse. And finally, I had about a week until these pieces had to be due. They had to get to my designer so that it could get to press on time. And they basically just completely ghosted me. They never sent me the sketches that they promised on the day. They never got back to me. I messaged them on all forms of social media, just in case my email didn't work. They never got back to me. Long story short, it's been 7 months, and they still don't have the decency to just message me and apologize, or just be like, hey, I was busy, I never got your stuff, like, I'm sorry, like, just nothing. It, to me, again, is the most unprofessional experience I've ever had in the publishing world. At the end of the day, I ended up contracting out last minute some really great artists that did come together and make this project wonderful, and I can't thank them enough for all the hard work they did and for just stepping up to the plate when we had a really tight deadline at that point. And once again, I can't thank you guys enough for all that you did. Now I'm gonna put my tea down for like 5 seconds so I can show you the finished product of my book, but once again, I will talk about that in another video. But I just want to show it to you guys because that is my baby that I worked on, and basically what took up all of 2020 and why I haven't been here, so I thought you guys should get to see it. So here it is, my novel, It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, my big baby project that took up all of my time in 2020. On top of my artist, on top of all of the editors that worked on this with me, on top of the team that designed it and got it all ready to go, I got it to press on time. I also want to thank everybody out there who picked up their copy, who shared the link, who helped promote it, who left reviews. This book ended up getting really good reception, and a lot more than I originally thought it was going to. I really was not expecting the feedback to come out the way it did, and like I said, I really cannot thank all of you who helped with this project in one way or another and supported me enough for all that you did. And it actually went on to be nominated for the Eric Hoffer Book Award for this year. The winners are announced in May, so I will keep you posted on what happens, but I'm really excited by the fact that it was just nominated. That is a huge honor in itself, and with this book brought a lot of great opportunities. I'm a member currently now of the Horror Authors Guild and also the Horror Writers Association. I never would have gotten in there if it weren't for this novel, if it weren't for the reception that I received because of this novel, and ultimately, at the end of the day, the only reason that happened is because of all of you, and you're spreading the word, you're buying the book, and leaving reviews, and just thank you. That's all I can say is thank you for all of your support, because it truly, truly means the world. And like I said, I will have a separate video on this book. I just wanted to share my thanks and show it off because this is what I did during all of 2020. So aside from that, this year in general, really not a lot has happened. I spent a weekend away at the lake with my girlfriend in February. We went away for Valentine's Day. It was a lot of fun. It was nice and quiet up there, much needed to get away vacation. We went dog sledding. We walked out on the frozen lake. We did candle making. We had a really good dinner by a private fire pit for social distancing. It was just a nice getaway. It was very cold, very snowy, but we definitely needed it after the year that we had last year. And kind of just to celebrate all of the good things that did come out of the year, like my novel, and she ended up getting her first piece published, which was really exciting. And also, right after vacation, I hit my 100th publication. So that's why we're here to celebrate. Of course, it was short-lived because immediately after I received my 100th publication, which I've been waiting so long for, you guys know how long I've been waiting for this, I actually got an email right after that I got another acceptance. And currently, we're only at the end of March, but I've had over 30 acceptances so far this year, the highest number ever in my career in a year, and it's, again, only 3 months in. But I actually reached my 123rd publication so far, so that's really exciting. I have a lot of good feelings for this year. I have a lot of awesome books that are coming out, a lot of projects that I can't wait to talk to you guys about, but again, that's going to be at a later date. I'm not going to get into all of that here. I have limited time tonight, and this is kind of just checking in and letting you know where I've been. So yes, my 100th publication, I hit it. Really can't celebrate because of everything still kind of going on, but hopefully soon I can. And who knows, by the time that I get to celebrate, maybe I'll be lucky enough to hit my 150th or something. So fingers crossed. And finally, the last bit of news before I'm out of here for the night is that in 3 weeks, I am moving. Again, I know you guys are probably like, dude, you just moved like a few videos ago, but that was back in June. I can't believe that's almost been a year. It's almost been a year since the last time I moved, and that situation I still have not covered. I want to cover it. Like I said, it's a long video. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna attempt it at some point. But right now, that's a story for another day, and eventually I will get to it. But in the meantime, I am going to be moving out of New York State, so it's a very big move for me. Kind of why I've been MIA also, because I've been doing a lot of packing and getting ready to go. I'm moving to Kansas City, for anybody who is curious. There's a lot of opportunity out there for different zine festivals and writing and stuff like that, so I'm really excited to take on some of those challenges and opportunities that prop up here and there in the near future when the world starts opening up again. But that is basically what is going to be going on with me in the next few weeks. So while I'm trying to be active again, now that I'm back, just expect some slowness for the next few weeks while I pack, while I prepare for my move, and of course once I get to my house and start unloading everything, I'm gonna be slow, but I definitely will do a house tour. I definitely will introduce my girlfriend because we will be living together at the house, and it's very exciting. And we have a lot planned for you guys. She, like me, loves the supernatural. We love ghost hunting. She's a writer too, so we'll have lots to talk about. She's had a lot of crazy things happen to her with supernatural stuff that I'm sure she'll talk about as well, but we will be back to ghost hunting. We'll be back to talking about creepy paranormal stories. We'll be talking about our writing, what we're doing. We have some surprises for you guys too now that we're back in regards to writing, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of really fun videos for you guys, and hopefully with her help, I will be able to get my 31 Days of Halloween this year up and running to its full potential, and we're gonna have a lot of fun, and this channel is gonna become fun and hopefully better edited and together. So there's a lot that's gonna be coming, and I just thank all of you for being so patient with me, because like I said, the end of last year got busy with rushing to get my book to press. Again, I can't thank all of you enough for the support that you've had for me, and that's what's been keeping me very busy, is a lot of the press with that, a lot of the sales with that, a lot of the other things that came out of my novel and the responsibilities that came with it. So that was pretty much where I've been, but I am back slowly, but I will be easing my way back in and sharing some stories with you guys soon, and hopefully being back to a regular schedule. I want to do a video a week, but we're going to take it easy for now, and hopefully eventually soon we will fulfill that. So thank you all so much for sticking with me, for being so supportive of all of my ventures, of my career and my videos and across social media. So I really truly cannot thank all of you enough. But in the meantime, make sure you guys are staying safe. The virus is still out there. Things are starting to open up a little bit nationwide, but just please stay safe, and remember to think of others, and keep washing your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't be stupid. And I'll will see you guys very soon in my next video. I love you all, and have a good night.